أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم أفرغ قلبنا بحب العلم اللهم اجعل القرآن ربيع قلبنا. My very dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I welcome you all to this Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, part 2, in which inshallah we'll be covering some part of Surah Al-Baqarah. And I congratulate you that Alhamdulillah, Allah is to start a journey of interacting and learning and understanding the Book of Allah. And that journey is now taking us forward to another level where inshallah we will be developing a better relationship with this book by mastering another level. So to begin this lesson, first of all, as part of introductions, you know lots of things already. You've done QC1. So I'll just be quickly, going through this introductory part. You know, Dr. Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahim is the designer of these QC series. QC1 you have done, QC2, Alhamdulillah. So the credit goes to him for all of his effort for the last 25 years of making Quran easy for us to understand. The right is Mr. Arshad Iqbal Malik. He's my teacher, and these courses are sponsored by Al-Flah Mandil Trust, which is an Islamic community center here in Pakistan, with a vision to bring together like-minded families so that the Islamic Ummah could be revived through the understanding of Quran, the Book of Allah. And that is the only and the most powerful way of promoting Islamic way of living on a 24/7 basis in our personal family business lives. You know me, Alhamdulillah, student of Quran, and I need to revise all the course. We are all thankful to Allah. Without His blessing and mercy, it is impossible one could do any task in life. But Allah bless us. So I was, as part of acknowledgements, I hope it's okay, and I'm loud and sorry, I'm audible, and the
Please continue.
Jazakallah khair. So as part of these acknowledgements, first and foremost, I would like to thank Brother Abdul Hai. He's been interacting with you, and inshallah will be interacting with us as well. So many, my family of AQTs, these are all Quran support teachers. They will be there available for your support, for your workbook checking, and many other areas. The entire Al-Flah Mandil staff. I would also like to congratulate all those whose certificates are also issued in. I hope you have received your certificates in the group. Those who are the fresh QC1 graduates. So my heartfelt congratulations for them. And Mr. Shazib Salim provided us a great support for result analysis and compilation. Brother Bilal Said is always there for a special assistance. My family, my wife and children, they are a great support during the classes, before classes, for setting it up, and of course during classes. my wife to take care of these kids and keep them in control, not to create, any noise at home. So with all the support, our support teachers will be there for your help. And you already know the process. So Jazakumullah khaira to all of you for spreading the word around. And you're already part of the WhatsApp group. If not, you should be part of the WhatsApp group of on 02923495044990. And of course, you know that you can be in QC2 only if you have completed your QC1. So once again, Mubarak, congratulations to you on learning the Quran, the Book of Allah. This is your complete schedule. I'll be sending these slides to you. We are starting on 25th. So entire schedule of each day, when will happen, what is there. The important dates are Friday, 25th. Today, we have started the course. Course classes will be 2 days a week, Friday and Saturday, from 10:30 to 11:30 Pakistan time. So according to your country, region, area, wherever you are in the world, set it up this time on your cell phone. Ideally make your alarm clocks so that you don't have an issue of, or you don't forget about or miss upon any classes. Every week, Friday and Saturday, and course will end inshallah on Saturday, 12th of July. Mid quiz and final quiz dates are also mentioned. So regularity and punctuality is a prerequisite. And we always try to be in time and try to complete our classes in time. We have already shared the formal registration form link. I hope you have done that. Homeworks will come in the group. There is a certificate and criteria you already know. You have done QC1, so same criteria here again. There are marks for your workbook, homework, midterm quiz, final quiz, which makes 100%. If you get more than 90%, distinction certificate, otherwise merit certificate, completion or participation. So your certificates are already sent in the group. I'm sure you have seen them. Course material will be sent all in the soft copy. It is already sent, by the way, in the group. We can share again for the newcomers. You remember the guidelines for the questions are the same as were in QC1. You can ask question by raising hand, halfway a lesson, and at the end of the lesson. And last thing before I start the regular lesson, and that is a clarification. Brothers and sisters, I am an ordinary Muslim just like you. I'm no scholar, no mufti, no alam, and no alama or imam or sheikh, because I haven't gone through, I don't have these qualifications. I am a simple Muslim like you. I learned something which I'm trying to bring to you and transfer to you. And in case of any problem or challenge, I also refer back to the books and my teachers and ulama. So you could call me Mr. Kashif, sir, whatever you feel comfortable with. So may Allah help us to successfully complete this course and effectively understand Quran. As part of announcements, please remember, you must try to solve your workbook right from the day one, so that you don't have trouble at the end of the lesson for running after the support teachers, right? So any quick question, comment, or anything you want to ask before I shift to the regular lesson? So our today's regular lesson is interestingly more about how would we go about the course throughout the 20 lessons, and inshallah we will be uh, starting our journey. And let me start with the introduction of Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, course 2. We will inshallah be focusing more on objectives and methodology, and we'll do little about our lesson as well. So this starts after course 1. Very clearly remember, you must have qualified Understand Al-Quran and Salah QC1, Quran Course 1, before joining this QC2. If you have not done that, please join QC1 rather than being here, because you won't be able to find a clue if you don't know about the QC1 course, level 1 course. Before I start the objectives of this course, I just want to draw your attention to the fact, you remember when we started QC1, you were told the Quran has 600 pages roughly, and each para would have roughly 20 pages. So of those 20 pages, in this course, the objective is to cover the first 5 pages. First 5 pages of Quran, which would make Surah Al-Fatiha, which we have already covered, and the beginning of the Surah Al-Baqarah, and its initial 1 to 37 ayat of. So how are we going to do that? I'll talk about it later on. So generally the approach would be same as in course 1. The 5 pages will be divided into 20 lessons. Okay. So tell me, how many parts should we make of 1 page if we have to cover it in 20 pages? Quick mathematicians. So
4.
it's 4. Wonderful. So each page will be divided into 4 parts. So to make it even simple for you, it's not going to be lots of text covering in one day, but only 1/4 of a page. All right. So no worries. So in the grammar part, we'll be doing the same TPI, inshallah. So each page will have 4 parts. Okay. And in part A, we will do the Quran part. B will do the grammar part. This is how the entire course is, structured from 1A, B, C, D, 2A, B, C, D. 1 is the page number. A, B, C, D, 4 parts. 2, page number 3, 4, 5. 5 pages, each page, A, B, C, D, 4 parts. So inshallah, 20 parts, Quran part and lesson part. Now, what will be our achievement level after doing the QC2? By the way, first tell me, inshallah, after doing QC2, you'll know 80% words of Quran. What percentage of words of Quran you could know after doing QC1? Tell me in chat box. What is the percentage of words of Quran? MashaAllah. Umayliu says, Sister Zulaikha says 50%. Yeah. Brother Humayun, it was 50% after doing QC1. Okay. It's so good to see the same names coming up again. Sister Jamila and Sister Zainab and all of you. 50% we did in the QC1. Now in the QC2, imagine only 20 more hours, we would be able to do 80% words of Quran within these 5 pages. Alhamdulillah, just 40 hours of face-to-face classes and so much to achieve. What a beautiful investment it is with great rewards. And the actual reward, of course, lies with Allah. So what a miracle of Quran. It's so easy. 50% words, now 80% words. Because Surah Al-Baqarah does not have many new words. So in this surah, you'll already know 6 out of 9 words per line. You remember we said there are 9 words in each line. So after having done this, you'll know look at this. You already know so much. Okay. Only the highlighted ones we haven't done. Rest of it, you all know. So inshallah, after doing it, all these pages, look at the new words highlighted. These are the words we are going to, inshallah, now try to master upon. And once we know them, this will be the only words left. So, Alhamdulillah. How would we learn? We'll learn the pointers and phrases for every learning of vocabulary. Easy learning of vocabulary. So pointers and phrases, 2 things. Pointers and phrases. That's very interesting. I tell you, actually, the 2 challenges for understanding the Quran are what? Vocabulary, remembering the words and the meanings. So for that, we'll use the pointers and phrases. For grammar, we already know TPI. You know that very well. Huwa, hum, anta, ana, antum, nahnu. Fataha, fatahu, fatahta, fatahtu, fatahtum, fatahna. So inshallah, we'll be doing TPI. Spoken Arabic conversation. So you remember we used today do hal huwa Muslim, naam huwa Muslim. So inshallah, but these will be different dialogues, of course, a little higher. So let's come back to the pointers and what pointers are. So as I said, Quran has 30 paras or juz, and they are most commonly printed, as I told you, in 20 pages. So if we make 4 parts of them, 5 pages each. So, a juz would be 4 parts containing 5 pages each. Now, look at this. This is how we can divide it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. So if I take the first part, which is the 5 pages, what do you think is around us? I mean, just to make it interesting, that we can associate these 5 pages with something which also has 5. So what relationship can we make of it? 5 pages or what?
5 daily prayers.
Okay,
Five
very
daily
good.
prayers.
5 daily prayers. That's nice. What else? Okay. Okay. Sister Aisha says 5 fingers. Excellent. Excellent. That's nice. I like it. So what if, the fingers are with you already. What if I say that we can keep these 5 pages on the 5 fingers and they will be with us all the time? Isn't it beautiful? So let's make this connection. 5 pages, 5 fingers. Okay. By the way, my sister said 5 salah. That's also beautiful. So maybe you revise them 5 times with the salah. So let's take these 5 pages on 5 fingers. How? Let me explain it to you. So we take these 5 fingers. Can you do this, by the way? Do you see some specific way of holding my hand in front of you? Can you do this exactly the way I've done it? I know it's easy to do it this way, but I want you to do it this way. With 2 of these fingers joined together and this thumb being alone. Yeah? Can you all do it? In the beginning when I was learning, it was very difficult. So I used to do this to join them. But now over time, I've learned how to actually make this. So everybody try it. It's very interesting. The most powerful thing is it's very productive. We are going to keep these 5 pages. By the way, anybody who could tell me the logic, why am I joining these 2 and keeping the thumb alone? Anyone, any logic on it? It's just what should I call it? A common sense observation of the anyone who would like to. No? Okay. So, in fact, we have 5 fingers and 5 pages. And when we look at the Quran, you see, usually when we open the Quran, the first page would go with Fatiha and Baqarah, and we are combining it as one page, while the other pages will open in front of each other. So page 2, 3, page 4, 5. Okay, it's just funny, but it's you could just hold your hand in this way, man. Okay. So this is how it is. Page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So can you do it now? Are you able to do it? Tell me. Yes, no. MashaAllah. Sister Zara has already told us of the 2 pages. That's wonderful. Wow, great. So we are able to hold it this way. Okay, now let's put as I told you, each page into 4 parts. So we are taking the first page, combining Fatiha and the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah. And can you see the color codes? The pink, the yellow, the green, the blue. So these are the 4 parts, and we will give them pointers. Look at this, pointers. Like, for example, praise for Allah. Why? Tell me, why have we used this pointer for the first part? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So, praise for Allah. Why? What mental connection do you make with this pointer and this Arabic text? Come on, you could raise hand. Tell me by using your mic or. From meaning, perfect. Yes. Alhamd, because Alhamd talks about, yeah. So praise for Allah. And then there is dua for guidance, ihdina surat al-mustaqim, and then guidance for muttaqeen and attributes of muttaqeen. So inshallah, we will be using this method. We will put these pointers on our fingers, praise, dua, guidance, muttaqeen. We will be doing lots of practice of it, inshallah, on the coming slides. So this is how all 5 pages will be put on our fingers. Ready for it? Come on, tell me. How many of you are ready to put all the 5 pages, inshallah? So you'll know it,
Yes.
the fingers would be like, we are explaining to you the text of the Book of Allah, inshallah, right? So, good to hear Sister Zulaiha says it's interesting. I think the others are probably in a sleep mode and they're still thinking, what is happening? Well, anyways, sure, Sister Aisha Saad. So pointers will give us context of the new words used, and they will hold the meaning, help us recognize them, visualize the subject of the page, and they're very useful in memorization. So pointers are useful for us. We'll learn the pointers, inshallah. Now, phrases. You remember in QC1, I also asked you in. What does it in mean? And we find it difficult to immediately tell what does in mean. But the moment, do you still find it difficult to tell the meanings of in? But when I'll say inshallah, you'll immediately give the meanings. So, Sister Jamila, it's not indeed. Please recall it with the help of inshallah, and you'll be able to give the right meanings. Inshallah. So, it means if. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, if, not certainly, not indeed, if Allah wills, inshallah. What are others doing? Why aren't they writing in the chat box? Or maybe you are revising loud for yourself, but I'll be happy to see you writing in the chat box also so that I could see. So, inshallah, we'll use the phrases in the similar way to make it easy for us to remember and learn vocabulary. Memorize phrases and not the words is easy. So instead of memorizing the meaning of inshallah makes it easy. So instead of memorizing the meaning of samad, if you say Allahu samad, so that will be much more easy. So, so instead of saying yukimuna, the meanings of it, yukimuna salah, you'll say, oh, they establish salah. So this is how phrases give our brain some pegs and anchors to remember the meanings of new words. They also help to remember the message, make more sense than the words. So inshallah, these phrases will make it more effective, powerful, appealing, and useful than just a rote memorization of the words. Okay. Okay, having done that, there is something very interesting which we'll be doing in QC2. And you don't need to actually remember these slides, please. Don't memorize them. Don't get upset of, oh, how would I remember? No, no, no. You don't need to do it. It's just I'm explaining to you the way we'll do it. We will also use an interesting R5S10 loud method. What is it? Whenever there'll be phrases, I'll say, okay, R5S10 loud. So you'll relax. And you'll say, okay, use 5 senses. Sense the words. Try to remember the meanings. Hear it, see it, smell it, taste it, touch it. Any way of associating the meanings. And then spend 10 seconds at least saying it loud enough that you could hear yourself. Okay? So We'll use this. Pointer and phrases will make it easy to learn new words, inshallah. And then learn how to apply Al-Quran to our lives. We'll be doing some talk about it. So, for example, you remember we learned from Surah Al-Fatiha, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we learned the new habits, we learned the meanings, lots of things, all the lessons which we did in QC1. Safety first, start with Bismillah, think positive about Allah, be merciful, keep the end in mind, worship Allah. So inshallah, this is how we will also be learning new things in the QC2. We will apply the same model whenever we are doing a verse of Quran. And this model is very important. Remember, after study, we'll ponder, visualize, think, imagine, pray to Allah. We will evaluate ourselves, plan, propagate. So alhamdulillah. The fifth objective is learn weak verbs that occur in Quran once in every line of the Quran. So in QC1, you were learning lots of verbs. Like, can you remind me which verbs did you learn in QC1 through tables? Come on, everyone. Let me check your memory.
Nasara.
Very good. Nasara, excellent sister. What else? Which other verbs did we learn? Daraba,
Amala.
sister. Very good. Amila, Alima, and
Samia.
very good. Samia,
Dakara.
Samia, Fataha, mashallah, Abada. So, alhamdulillah. So now at QC2, we will learn the weak verbs that occur once in every line of the Quran, inshallah. And we'll see why are they called weak verbs, okay? And sixth objective, luckily we had, coincidentally, we had 6 objectives in QC1, 6 in QC2, and it's another bonus, buy one, get 6 free. So you'll learn 200 Quran-related spoken Arabic sentences for effective learning, inshallah. Okay? So these are our objectives, alhamdulillah. Let's begin our first page, right? You already know, so it's no problem. We are joining these two to make it one. And 4 pointers, as I told you earlier, praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for muttaqeen, attributes of muttaqeen. Let's take the first one. And before that, let's practice them on our hand. So you hold your hand like this, as if it is on Quran page. And on your thumb, we are starting as first page, praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for muttaqeen, attributes of muttaqeen. Okay? Come on, who would like to revise it now? Same action and revise them. We will be revising them so many times, inshallah, in 4 lessons that we all would remember them at the end. Yes, sister, go ahead. Yeah, Sister Zulaiha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Praise for Allah, guided, dua for guidance, guidance for muttaqeen, attributes of muttaqeen.
MashaAllah, sister. So I always need 3 people to do this. It is important that at least 3 of you revise them. At least 3 times we revise these pointers. Yes, Sister Jannat, go ahead.
Praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for the muttaqin, attributes of muttaqin.
MashaAllah. Brother Humayun. And please, when these are being said, use your thumb. See as if they are written there now. Okay? Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Praise for Allah. Dua for guidance. Guidance for muttaqeen. Attributes of muttaqeen.
Attributes of muttaqeen, mashallah. So, Sister Ilio, could you please say these short forms of these?
Okay. Pray, dua, guidance, attribute.
Wonderful, sister. So, but we have only revised these 4. We are only going to do, but we are going to do only first pointer today. Okay? praise for Allah. So, inshallah. So, ta'awuz and a part of Al-Fatiha, because ta'awuz we have done in QC1, inshallah. So what we are going to do is we'll quickly do these parts again here, and the 12 excellent habits that will lead us to success, inshallah. And then inshallah we'll start Surah Al-Baqarah. So let's begin it here. I would like that rather than I teaching you all, you quickly let me know, and you could recall, and I'll ask you, what do you know about them? So ta'awuz, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. So first of all, let me ask you, how many parts of the word billahi, and what are the parts? Billahi,
2 parts.
2 parts. And what are the parts?
Bi Allahi.
Excellent, sisters. Very good. So, can you tell me a'uzu? What is it? Ism, fail, or harf? A'uzu.
It is fail.
Fail.
It is a fail. Very good. And I think you all can sense, although we did not do it in QC1, but you can make of it. Which fail is it? Is it a mazi form or a mudare form?
It is Muzaria.
Mudari.
Mudare, a'uzu. Very good. A'udhu billahi. I seek refuge in Allah. What does min mean? Min.
From.
From.
From. Very good. Inshallah, you all know it well. So min from, shaitan the outcast. And who is the outcast? What did we know? What did we learn about the word outcast?
Rejected.
Rejected, the one thrown away from Allah's mercy. Okay? So, whenever we start Quran, we should start with ta'awuz. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. So that shaitan does not, number one, whisper you during tilawa, stop you from following the verses, and stop you from getting guidance. So this gives us a good hold on shaitan and stops him. So for starting general things, we recite Bismillah, okay, to get Allah's barakah. But for Quran, we say A'udhu Billah. Quran is full of barakah, shaitan stops us, so we need a protection. We learned the first habit, that safety first. Whenever you think shaitan is whispering, say A'udhu Billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, remembering that shaitan is continuously attacking us and we need Allah's protection. So inshallah, I'm just stopping it here because we have almost taken the half time for the first part of the lesson. We'll do the rest of the lesson inshallah in the next class. So because we have done ta'awuz already, I think this much time is enough. If you have any question, you're most welcome before I go to the grammar part, or else we'll take a short 1-minute break. So same method will be used for questions also. You can raise hand in the Zoom, and during the mid-break, please only ask questions relevant to the lesson. And at the end of the lesson, you could say anything, ask any question, make any comments. So just give me a minute and inshallah I'll be back and we'll start the grammar part. Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Inshallah, we'll now start the grammar part. And with each lesson, there'll be grammar part also, as we were doing in QC1, right? So let's begin with some important information. You see, we learned in QC1 that every line of Quran has average 9 words. Okay. And of these 9 words, 3 are likely to be ism, 3 are likely to be fail, 2 are the harf, and 1 could be a modulation of ism, fail, or harf. Okay. So let's quickly tell me, how many ism are there? Average in one line?
3.
Fail,
3.
harf,
2.
2.
2. And 1 could be an exception. Okay. Now let's look at the evidence and proof from the Quran. So look at this. You remember we did the ulaika? What is ulaika? Tell me.
Those.
اسم موصول.
Okay. Yeah. And
Yeah.
rabbihim, of course, it is Rabb is combined. Rabbihim, wa ulaika and hum. You know it. So these are ism. Now look at this. Fail or ism made up of fail and harf like min, inna, ala, lam. Yeah, all these are. So all these combined together make the Quranic text. Okay. So as we learned earlier, Arabic words are of 3 types. Ism, fail, harf. Same is for Quran. So haruf do not change. Like la, ma, in, inna, ala, wa, fa. So they're there and they were limited. Okay. For the nouns, we will learn their plurals. Like Muslim, Muslimun, like kalb, kulub. So different type of plurals. Our main challenge is with the verbs, afal, because they have mazi, they have mudare, they have amr wa nahi. But luckily, we have learned this entire process in QC1. So not really a big challenge for us, inshallah. Okay. Look at this table. We all have done it. Who would like to revise this table with speed and accuracy and with actions, of course, rather than I doing it for you? I hope you all remember and recognize the table. Yes, Brother Humayun.
فعل he did. فعلوا they did. فعلت you did. فعلت I did. فعلتم you all did. فعلنا we did. يفعل he does. يفعلون they do. تفعل you do. أفعل I do. تفعلون you all do. نفعل we do. If I'll do. If alu do you all. La tafal don't do. La tafalu don't do. Fa'il doer. Maf'ul the one who is affected. Fi'lun to do, act of doing.
MashaAllah. So look at the brother. So you all have learned this entire thing. So in the QC2, it is going to be exactly the same way, but adding lots of new afal into our memory and in our learning with their meanings. So not a new method. So half work is already done, right? So what are the types of fail? We learned in the previous course that there are 3-letter verbs like fataha, nasara, daraba, samya. And earlier you also told me about ja'ala, fa'ala, and similarly you told me about abada, zakara, khalaqa, and alima and amila. Okay. These are the verbs made up of 3 letters. So letters mean here 3 alphabet. Okay, like fa, ta, ha. And they are called sulasi mujarrad in Arabic. So sulasi mujarrad. Sulasi is 3 for. So sulasi mujarrad. Now we are going to do something different and new and interesting. And for that, I want you all to remember these 3 weak letters. 3 weak letters. 3 weak letters. Say it out with me. It's Waw, Ya, Alif. Come on, say it out, everybody. First one.
Wow,
Ya
yeah.
alif.
Ya alif.
Again.
Ya alif.
Yeah, Alif.
Wow, yeah. Alif.
One more time.
Wa
Yeah.
ya alif.
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 Ja,
Okay.
Alif.
Now you might ask, "Sir, why are these weak letters?" So there is an interesting story. They are weak, or because they sound like a sick person's emotion and feeling and sounds. Like somebody in pain would say, ooh, ee, ah. So they have those sounds, right? Just for your interest and for you to remember. I don't know how do you say it in your, maybe, certain people would say it differently. But what are the expressions of pain, by the way? Let me hear some of them.
Oh,
Oh, that, that was really that was really painful. And okay, so for your interest only, so you could remember them this way. So, anyways, Waw, Ya, and Alif, 3. These are the weak letters. Now, these are weak, but somehow, what do? In fact, they make the afal weak. Okay? If there is a weak letter in a fail, the entire the entire verb becomes weak. It's exactly the way we say if somebody's, there is a pain in your hand, you start feeling the entire body feels weak. Like, for example, if I have this, I'm feeling this, what do I call it? I mean, a little temperature and a flu. So it looks as if my entire body is feeling weak today. So just one letter could also make the entire verb weak. Okay. So any verb which will have one of these 3 letters will be called weak verb, while the remaining verbs will be called sound verbs, healthy ones, sound verbs. Now you tell me, what is fataha? Weak or sound?
Sound.
Sound. And what is nasara?
Sound.
Sound.
And what is qala?
Weak.
Weak verb.
Weak.
And what is daraba?
Sound.
Strong verb.
And what is wahaba? Wahaba.
Weak.
Weak verb.
Weak.
And what is samia?
Sound.
Sound.
And what is wa'ada?
Weak.
Weak verb.
Weak.
Weak. So now you get an idea. In QC1, we only covered the sound verb, all the sound verbs. In QC2, we are now going to be introduced to the weak verbs. And what is the difference? Why are we categorizing them as weak verbs? It's an interesting story, will come, inshallah, on the coming slides. So anyways, now we all understand the what do weak letters do? Number one, tell me, what do weak letters do?
They make the word weak.
They make the word weak.
They make the verb weak. Perfect. Okay. Now let's also remember something about these weak verbs. All right. These are the sound ones. Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Samia. And these are the weak ones. Wahaba, Wa'ada, Qala, Zada. Okay. Now tell me, why is Zada weak? What shows you that this is a weak verb?
Alif.
Because of
Alif.
Alif.
After
Okay.
the Zal.
Okay. And why is Wahaba?
Wow.
Okay. And why is Qala weak?
Alif.
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 And Wa'ada week?
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So, and remember, this week letter could be anywhere, in the beginning, in the center, at the end. All right?
Yes.
So, now, these week, these week, I have sound. So, we have two categories now, sound verbs and weak verbs. And by the way, brothers and sisters, just a caution for all of you, because sound verbs, and especially on these patterns, come 9,000 times in Quran. And inshallah, today we are starting a journey of learning about weak verbs, which also come 9,000 times in Quran. So knowing their patterns will help us recognize them, understand the meanings, use them. So while we need some serious, insight and learning, I want you to also remember to revise your sound verbs of QC1, all four styles, Fataha, Nasara, Daraba, Samia. So maybe after today's class and tomorrow's class, you'll have 5 free days. Make sure you have a full command and mastery of these four styles, because they are going to be used in QC2 as well. Okay? So at least there, in each line of Quran, there is a sound verb and there is a weak verb. Each line of Quran. So learning them would mean you're learning a word from every line. Other than these, there are some verbs with additional letters. We call them mazid fi, like ikhtalafa, he differed, istaghfara, he asked for forgiveness. But we are not going to do them now in QC2. We'll inshallah learn them in future, so no worry about it. We are only going to learn about 3-letter weak verbs, which come one in every line of Quran. And of these, not a very long list. Our prime focus will be on these 6. So very easy. For example, the weak letter may come in the beginning, like words like wahaba or wa'ada. Okay? It could be in the center, like qala, zada. It could be at the end, like da'a, hada. So there is no distinction. Any weak letter anywhere would make the entire verb weak. Right? So inshallah, we'll go in there more detail. They are almost similar to the sound verbs, but because they are weak, there are some changes. Okay? I hope up till here there is not any technical thing or anything which I've said and you find it difficult. So we are going to focus on these 6 throughout the course, inshallah. And with the help of these 6, we are going to learn a lot. So just for you to, to know the meanings, to begin with, today we are only doing it in not a very formal way, but just wahaba means he gave. Wa'ada, he promised. Qala, he said. Zada, he increased. All these are the Mazi forms, first form. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided. Okay. So let's practice them out. Maman, Aisha. Yes, sister, go ahead. Sister, unmute your mic. Sister Maman, Aisha. You raised the hand if you were. See, I've sent you. Yeah, okay, go ahead. No, we can't hear her. Anyways, Sister Zulekha, please go ahead.
Wahaba, he gave. Wa'ada, he promised. Qala, he said. Zada, he increased. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided.
MashaAllah. Sister Rahima Adam.
Okay. Wahaba, he gave. Wa'ada, he promised.
Qala, he said. Zada, he increased. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided.
MashaAllah. So, and I tell you, we are only going to do one in one class. So, no burden at all. Right?
Qala, he said. Zada, he increased. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided.
Jazakallah, sister, MashaAllah. So, this is how, inshallah, there is something, a connectivity between the four styles and these new verbs. So we learned the four styles of the verbs. You remember Fataha, Yaftahu, Nasara, Yansuru, Daraba, Yadribu, Samia, Yasma'u. And we used a very small poem, like if you open the Quran, to remind us of the first style. Fataha, he opened. Allah will help you. Nasara, he helped. Otherwise, you will be hit. Daraba, he hit. Therefore, listen. He listened. So remember this. Now, using the same style and method, we will also use a little poem or a expression for remembering the meanings of wahaba, wa'ada, qala, zada, da, hada. Like we'll say, Allah will give, it's a promise. Wahaba, he gave. Wa'ada, he promised. In fact, he said he will give more. Qala, he said. Zada, he increased. Therefore, pray to him for guidance. Da'a, he prayed. Hada, he guided. So the above sentences, they carry almost the meanings of all these six. So just to make it easy for you. By the way, going back, I want to sensitize you about these four styles. I hope you have a clarity and understanding how these are four different styles and you know their patterns. So for example, if I ask you, which fail can you identify on the pattern of Fataha? Fataha Yaftahu. Tell me.
Wahaba.
Fa'ala.
No. From QC1 only. I'm not asking about QC2. From QC1.
Fa'ala. Fa'ala.
Fa'ala. Very good. And only fa'ala? Is there any other?
Daraba.
No. Sister, daraba is a separate category. I said on the pattern of Fataha. Fataha Yaftahu. We have fa'ala yaf'alu. We have ja'ala yaj'alu. Okay?
Abada.
So this, yeah. No. Abada is not on the pattern of Fataha. Because remember, wait a minute. You all need to understand this concept that there are certain afal of the similar type. Like Nasara Yansuru is different than Fataha Yaftahu. So in Nasara Yansuru, there are afal which are on the pattern of Nasara Yansuru with a Dhamma on it. Like Abada Ya'budu. What else? Which other field comes to your mind? Like Nasara Yansuru.
Amala ya amalu.
No, sister. Amala, this is not fail Amala. It was Amila, like Samia.
Okay.
So I just
Ja'ala.
Abada ya'budu.
very good. Abada Yabudu. And
Zakara.
excellent, sister. Excellent. Zakara Yaskuru.
Yazkuru.
And
Kataba.
Kataba yaktubu.
no. We didn't do that in QC1. We did Khalaka Yakhluku.
كيف
Okay.
كتب يكتب.
That could be, but we didn't do it in the QC1. That's why I'm only talking about QC1 afal. So I'm just sensitizing you that you should have a full command of these four styles and the difference between the four before the next week classes, because we will be using them. Okay. So anyways, so inshallah, this is how we'll move forward, and we learn about wahaba, wa'ada, qala, zada, da'a, hada. Inshallah, these six. will give us lots of other afal as well. So with this, we complete our first lesson. And let me apply a quick test for all of you. Who would like to tell me the meanings of Zada?
He increased.
He
Good,
increased.
mashallah. Okay, great. And Qala?
He said.
Say.
He
Said.
said. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. And Wahaba?
He gave.
He gave.
Okay. And Da'a?
He
He called.
Prayed. He prayed.
He prayed, he called upon, both are okay. Okay. And Hada?
He
He
guided.
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 And Wa'ada?
He
He
promised.
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 MashaAllah. You have already learned the meanings. Now it will be only knowing about their tables. So very easy. So let's leave today with this motivation and the word of thanks for Allah that He is making things so easy for us. We kept on thinking all our life that Quran is difficult to learn, but Alhamdulillah, now when we started the journey, Allah is making it easy with every passing day. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. So we are
Masala.
available for you